Kyiv awoke to the sound of air raid sirens on Tuesday as two powerful explosions rocked the Ukrainian capital before dawn, with the mayor announcing a 35-hour curfew to start Tuesday evening. That as the prime ministers of the Czech Republic, Poland and Slovenia made their way to the city by train to show support for the country on behalf of the EU, the first foreign leaders to visit Kyiv since Russia invaded last month. Firefighters tried to douse the flames and rescue workers helped to evacuate residents trapped in a building that had been struck. Emergency services said at least 2 people died after an apartment building was hit. It was not immediately clear if it was the same block. This man says he was awoken by the sound of a blast.
My belongings were ready to go. I planned how I'd go to bed. I placed a big armchair opposite my head and put some stuff in it and a couple of barbell weights on top. So, in case there was any debris, I would have an armchair with some metal objects on it behind my head. Perhaps that's what saved me, because all the windows were blown out and the debris flew right into my apartment, but I was left practically unharmed, with just a few scratches.
In another part of the city, Reuters witnesses saw residents clearing debris from their homes after shelling blew out windows, ruined balconies and left wreckage strewn across the ground. Kyiv has been spared the worst of the fighting so far, but the Russian military is slowly closing in on the city and shelling has intensified. Ukraine hopes to open 9 corridors on Tuesday to evacuate civilians and deliver humanitarian aid to those trapped by Russian forces. This includes to the besieged city of Mariupol, which has been under constant bombardment, leaving hundreds of thousands of residents sheltering without water or power for almost a week. This drone footage, said to be from Mariupol, was released on Monday by Azov, a former right-wing paramilitary which is now part of Ukraine's National Guard. The configuration of the buildings matches satellite photography. Local authorities say anywhere between 2,300 and 20,000 civilians have been killed. Reuters cannot verify those figures. Russia denies it is targeting civilians in what it calls a special operation to demilitarize and denazify Ukraine. Ukraine and its Western allies call that a baseless pretext for a war of choice. Further talks between Ukrainian and Russian negotiators are expected on Tuesday, after discussions on Monday via video ended with no new progress announced.